What's going on, everybody? Vanguard Nation, and today I'm going to show you a deck profile of the Dark Irregulars, since there's a Legion that finally came out for Ammon. Dark Irregulars, Legion finally came out for Ammon. His name's Astaroth, and I decided to rebuild the old deck and make it better. And this is one of my teammates'. Well, it's the team's deck, but mostly my teammates' cards. I just rebuilt it and made it better. And so, my team is going to make a YouTube channel, so in case you want to, stay up to date with that and everything, I'll let you guys know when the YouTube channel's made. And the box opening should be next week, because I plan on getting the box Saturday. So let's get into the build. For the starting Vanguard, I run Devil and Shadow, the grade 3 searcher, because you don't want to sit on Ammon. You want to sit on Astaroth mostly, but it's not bad to sit on Ammon in this deck. And for grade 3s, I run 4 of Astaroth. For those of you who don't know what he does, his skill is, if this unit is in Legion, this unit gets critical for every 10 cards in your soul. When your opponent's Irregular is put into the drop zone due to an effect from one of your cards, if you have another unit with Ammon in its card name in your middle column, soul charge 3. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. So obviously, this guy soul charges like a boss every turn, so it's not hard to get 10 cards, maybe 20 cards in soul, so you're going triple critical almost every turn. So yeah, it's pretty good. Now we run 3 of Ammon, Team World Marquee Ammon, Astaroth's Legion mate. For those of you who do not know his skill, during your turn, this unit gets a plus 1,000 for each Dark Irregular in your soul. And his act ability is Counterblast 1, choose one of your Dark Irregular rear guards, put it in the soul. Your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards and retires it. So obviously, he sets up for him, because he retires and Astaroth soul charges. Okay, and I only want to use one of Psychic Ash Hadar because he's not an Ammon. I use him because he soul blasts, or if I have Ammon or him in the soul, I'll ride him, just because he's Legion and I don't want to sit on Ammon. And for grade 2s, I run only 2 of Ammon's follower, Psycho Grave. His effect is Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, if the number of Dark Irregulars in your soul is 6 or more, you pay the cost. If you do, soul charge 1, and this gets 5,000 until the end of turn. Which is good, because this deck soul charges early game so well. And so, you want to ride him, but he's only good early game. That's why I like to only use 2. And he's Counterblast, and he counterblasts just a soul charge 1 when, there's cards that went into place soul charge. Okay, next grade 2. I use 1, 2, 3, 4 of Ammon's follower, Hell's Draw. Her skill is when this unit is placed on rear guard. If you have a Vanguard with Ammon in its name, you may soul charge 2. Which is why I don't like to sit on Hadar, because he doesn't have Ammon in its name. And okay, ignore that. Well, which she does early game soul charging and late game soul charging. That's why I use 4, because I like to keep a deck balanced between early and late game. So, and then I use 3 of Hadar's Legion mate. He is really good in this deck, even though he's not an Ammon. During your main phase, when a card is put into your soul, if your Vanguard is Legion, this unit gets plus 3,000 until the end of turn. Which I can soul charge 15, well not 15, I'm over exaggerating, 10 in one turn. And early game, when I'm soul charging, he's amazing. Well, not really, because my Vanguard's not in Legion. But yeah, he's still good. and I run 3 of the 12k attackers, which is still good, unless your Vanguard's not Ammon, then you suck again. And only 3 of the 10k attackers. And again, if your Vanguard's not Ammon, you suck again. And 4 perfect guards. Ammon's follower, Vlad, Specula. I wanted to say spatula for a second. And the Ammon's follower, Fool's Palm. 6 are in the soul. Discard when this is placed on rearguard circle. Discard 1 to draw 1. And this is why this deck is good. Early game soul charge. This girl. When this is placed on rearguard circle, soul charge 2, which is just the grade 2. This is extremely good in soul charging. So if I have a perfect guard, if I have her, I'll ride the perfect guard, then call her, then soul charge 2. Because you want the early game soul charge because, like, just for the criticals and the power of Ammon. And trigger lineup 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Ammon's follower, Hell's Trick, which is a heal trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4 draw triggers. Skill is put in the soul. If you have a dark regular Vanguard, you may pay the cost if you do soul charge 1, which is also good early game soul charging. And I use 8 crit. This critical trigger's skill is just a Margol. Put in the soul. Choose a dark regular, gets plus 3,000 till the end of turn. And pros and cons of this deck. This deck decks out very easily, just because it soul charges so much. And a pro of this deck is if they don't have a perfect guard, their hand is going to drop massively, or they already lost. So if their deck does not have perfect guards, or if they just have quintet walls, can barely stop this deck. That's how powerful the Legion gets. And the con of this deck is it needs Messiahs or Cray Elemental Stride units, which I'm going to try to get in the next set or next week in the box. And another pro of this deck is the early game soul charge is does ridiculously well. And that's about it, guys. I just want to talk to you guys about my team. We have a Facebook page, but it's a closed, or a group, but it's closed. Yeah, it's a page. Sorry, but it's a closed page. But I'll probably ask the guy that deals with trades and everything, and I'll ask him to try to make a fan page or something, I guess, for you guys. So, like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe. It's free. It's down below and below, right below the description. So, go ahead and do that. And be prepared for a box opening. And I couldn't get the card fight videos because, and don't get mad at me. I couldn't get the card fight videos because of the video size was too big. And if you want to check them out, the only 2 Vanguard videos, check out the locals place, the shop I go to. It's Realms Games. Just look up Realms Space Games, and then change the what's it called things to channels. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Just change it to channels, and it's the only 2 Vanguard. The only 2 Vanguard videos are with me and my teammates. The first one I'm using Rebirth, Dragonic Overlord, and the second one I'm using Abyss. So like the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and peace out, everybody.